Do you get a sense that there's maybe concern or fear about misusing user data, and that it's preventing some organizations from taking full advantage of data collection and machine learning modeling? Do you think there's a sense that rather than do something wrong and get in trouble, we'd rather just not dip our toe in the water at all? Or is it the other way where we're all doing it and no one's really thinking about the consequences? And then, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think there's definitely a general concern amongst most companies about how to handle data privacy. Some are going ahead within the limitations of the current laws and regulations, where others have legacy systems which make this much more difficult.
Right.
I think, while the law is not all encompassing, there's strong sentiment and an ongoing ethical debate about the use of private data. As I mentioned before, it shouldn't be a question of asking for permission versus begging for forgiveness, right? We need to develop a framework that protects everyone's privacy by default.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now, from a technical consideration, you mentioned just sort of end-to-end encryption, but can you sort of walk me through what a technical base, once the quote unquote regulations have come through and we've decided, to move forward with intentionality here, like what would the technical considerations be to sort of secure all this data better? Like, can you sort of like build an example model for me in your head?
Sure. I mean, if we talk about security of data in the cloud as an example, right? And that's probably one of the most important considerations, especially speaking with a lot of CISOs, chief information security officers, and they're implementing things like tokenization technologies to protect sensitive information. And while that solution actually does mostly secure the data, it actually makes the data completely unusable unless you decrypt it or detokenize it. And so obviously that creates security risks. I think, what we're hearing is that, the chance of a data breach, which could significantly have both reputational and other significant consequences for any firm, that, companies continue to make this mistake, which is something that, needs to be addressed.
You think there's any kind of, blank as a service type situation here where, for people who might, benefit from doing this kind of data modeling and so forth, but are, as I said before, are sort of squeamish about doing it? Do you have any advice for people who are jittery about these types of big projects to jump in and feel like they have sort of like some protection in mind or anything like that?
I mean, candidly, I think companies that are not taking advantage of their data are likely losing competitive advantage. Companies with better data are in a position to make more informed product recommendations, reduce customer churn, and better protect against financial fraud as three great examples. There are many ways to implement data solutions with varying levels of security and data privacy. My personal recommendation for early adopters would be to start with a smaller, lower impact data set that can be piloted. Once that workflow has been proven, the process can be scaled up and over to higher value data to derive broader and deeper business insights.
I'm excited to announce that our Infosec skills platform will be releasing a new challenge every month with 3 hands-on labs to put your cyber skills to the test. Each month, you'll build new skills ranging from secure coding to penetration testing to advanced persistent threats and everything in between. Plus, we're giving away more than $1,000 worth of prizes each month. Go to infosecinstitute.com/challenge and start your challenge right now.